well, what happens if there's a draw? What happens if there is no winner? And so I did a little reading, and it would be a contingent election. And in the United States, a contingent election, it's a procedure used when the presidential election, in the event that there's no candidate that wins an absolute majority of the votes in the Electoral College. And
oh, really?
Yeah. And the constitutional mechanism for electing the president and the vice president of the United States is used here. A contingent election is that method. And the way it works is the president is decided by a vote in the United States House of Representatives, and the contingent election for the vice president is decided by a vote of the United States Senate. Now, in the past 3 times this happened, which is a long time ago, it was the current Congress that did it. But a new one, because of I believe it's the 12th Amendment that this falls under. Or the 20th Amendment.
The 12th Amendment is old, is original.
Yeah, pursuant to the 12th Amendment, the House of Representatives is required to go into session immediately after counting the electoral votes to vote for the president if no candidate for office receives the majority. But it'll be the incoming House. Be the incoming House, the incoming Senate, Congress and Senate.
Why? That makes no sense at all. How is that possible? They're not even sworn in yet.
The 20th Amendment changed it so that the congressional terms now end and begin before the president and the vice presidential terms do. So the 20th Amendment is what made that the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that the Congress decides it's different, or the way the House decides it is different than the Senate. The House has each state delegation votes as a block, with the state having a single vote. And
so that's really like the Electoral College.
If they're split, then it's like they don't get counted.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. A state has one vote, so there's 50 votes?
Yes, that's what it seems to be. Wait.
Wow.
Yes, that's exactly right. A candidate is required to receive the absolute majority of the state delegation votes, which is 26.
Wow, that is so interesting. They're going to change that.
President.
Because they're going away from states' rights. So the Senate has 2 senators per state, which they say is not representative of the real population. There are definitely people trying to get that changed to where it's a popular number, like the ratio of or whatever, one candidate for every X number of people. Wow. So, but if Congress, it would be Biden, Pence would be the answer.
Hold on, let me tell you the rest of it.
Okay.
As a consequence of the state delegation voting method, the party that holds the majority in the House could still lose the contingent election if minority party holds the majority of state delegations. For the vice president, pursuant to the 12th Amendment, the Senate is required to go into session immediately after the counting of the electoral votes to vote for the VP. And unlike the House, the senators cast votes individually. That's how it's different. Because the Senate votes independently from the House during the contingent election, the House's presidential selection and the Senate's vice presidential selection could be from opposing parties.